magnets, PDFs, they're powerful, but we are sick of, fed up of, tired of the content that just hooked us and tricked us. That's what we don't want. What we're looking for today is for you guys to lead the market, share the answer, show the methodology, have an opinion, be generous up front. Something I've noticed, everyone's got a freebie, a checklist, an opt-in. I've got 6. This is an example of one called Stop Faffing, Start Scaling. 3 bridges you must build and cross for your 6-figure year. That PDF has made me £100,000 in sales. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. So this PDF has made me well over £100,000 because what I did was I thought, what is the truth to building a 6-figure business online using sales, marketing, your USP? I typed it up in a document. I just started running ads to the document, getting people to hear who I was for the first time. They opted in with their email. They got the PDF. Then I sent them an email sequence, fully automated, and then it sent them to a page. Would you like to come to a webinar? Who is familiar with this process? It's called funnel marketing. Has anyone been through that process as a customer? Yeah. Do me a favor, hands up if you're sick of it. So this is where PDFs, lead magnets, opt-ins, webinars are so powerful because it's a really great way to get on somebody's radar. Great phrase. What has to happen when they download it is they have to instantly feel that this bit of content has got value for them. And I'm going to explain that process now, and then we're going to flip it on its head. So when you've downloaded a PDF before, or a checklist, or an opt-in, or whatever it's been, just tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. Typically, we see a really powerful hook, we see some credibility, we think, oh, this looks really good. We opt in. The second it arrives in our inbox, we instantly click it to see if it's any good. Am I right on that or wrong?
Yeah. Generally, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we download it, we instantly click on it, not to consume it there and then, because who's got time? We're not actually going to consume it, we just wanted it. We click on it to see if it's worth our attention. This is where the first page of that PDF has got to be the most compelling, most powerful, most interesting, most useful bit of content that you have shared or that you know. It's got to be really good wisdom, advice, insight, opinion, process. It's got to hit them with a wow, because they need to read it and go, I'm going to take this in the bath with me later, which is what happened. This content is amazing. I'm going to print it out. I'm going to read it. This is what I want. If they open it and it's fluff, it's naff, it's a sales product, there's no content, then people think, brilliant, I don't have to consume this content. Is that fair? Yeah. And we're actually relieved that we can rule it out. I think most people aren't actually trying to find content that's going to help them. I think they're distracted and they're trying to rule out stuff that won't. Because what will then happen is you read the first page, you think, this is really good. And then the doorbell goes, your kids come home from school, your client call's about to begin, you have a midlife crisis. It could be anything on a Wednesday afternoon. So then you forget all about it. Then that person emails you again the next day. Hey, just popping this at the top of your inbox. And you go, ooh, this is useful. I must come back to this. It will take them a few emails to get you to actually consume it. But every time they email you, you're either going to go, oh, I'm so annoyed with that person. Unsubscribe. Yeah. Or you're going to go, I'm glad of the reminder. All we're trying to do here is tip into the category of I'm glad of the reminder. Does that make sense? Yeah? And something I've seen is that we're sick of this and we've had enough of it, and it's not enough to break through the noise, especially if you're trying to really scale to multiple 6 figures. You've got to reach new people. I'm going to come to that in a second, but you can't just rely on opt-ins, freebies, the initial download, the webinar, whatever that traditional thing is. That makes sense?
So just everything that we've just written down, we just don't need.
Well, pause here. You can and you should, and I definitely would use lead magnets, but I'm going to tell you how to do it differently today. The big thing I wanted you to take away there is the lead magnet can't be naff. It can't be naff. Who's got a physical business where there's no lead magnets? A couple of people. Yeah. So in this situation, it's a similar kind of idea. If you're going to give someone a sample, give them a sample, give them an experience. So I had a client of mine say to me, Lisa, I'm running an event and I've got 30 people coming to the event. So she wrote her thought leadership into a document, what it really takes to change your life. And I said to her, print it. She said, Lisa, won't that cost a lot of money? And I said, yeah, probably. But you're going to get 30 people in the room who saw an ad of yours, who are interested in what you are doing, and you want to make them walk away without any of your literature. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I said 2 right. Should A5 or A4? I said A5 feels like a leaflet, a sales thing. A4 is a workbook, print a workbook. You need people to take it away, because then if you guys take these workbooks home filled with your notes, my name, my logo, my email is right by the side of your bed. This is like a Mr. Miyagi moment, isn't it? Like, oh, we've entered the matrix. But do you see?
Yeah, you don't know who's going to be sat next to who on a train. Who's oh, what's that?
Didn't think of that.
I even had the thought this morning, because I knew you had this and I didn't, and I grabbed a cluster of paper. I kind of knew you probably would, but I grabbed some paper and I was actually having the thought, there's so much paper on my kitchen table.
Yeah.
And I was actually having the thought, right, I must think, how am I going to make sure that what I learned today, so I got this, doesn't disappear with all the other white paper?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I am so grateful for this.
Thank you.
Because that black, you know, like I know that's you, and if it just ends up with all the other stuff, at least it'll stand out. Really great.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because it takes a lot of time and effort.
And money.
And money, oh yeah. Yeah. What I want to say is lead magnets, PDFs, they're powerful, but we are sick of, fed up of, tired of the content that just hooked us and tricked us. That's what we don't want. What we're looking for today is for you guys to lead the market, share the answer, show the methodology, have an opinion, be generous up front. Is that landing? Yeah. And you're feeling the power of it, okay? Even the fact, when you think about it, it seems obvious that there'd be a workbook at an event like this, but it's not obvious at all. And all of you in the room could easily look at me and think, oh, professional facilitator, look at her all planned. Guys, I'm just like you. This is my 3rd, 4th event, and I insisted on workbooks, and I have to go to the printer weeks before the event. It's hard. So what? Make the effort. Be a cut above. Be the leader in the room, not the participant. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. So one of the problems is people are sick of this because people have done it badly. And I've heard clients of mine say, Lisa, I've got an old checklist. I might just use that. I will hang up that Zoom call faster than you can unplug my Wi-Fi. Say, no, you won't. Invent, create. What are people looking for? Has the market changed and the way people feel in the last 12 months? Massively, hasn't it? We feel differently now from 6 months ago, 12 months ago. There's so much turmoil in the world. People need something different. Talk to them like they're human. Give them the respect of something relevant. This is what I think the alternative is. I think the alternative is to lead with content that proves you're a thought leader and somebody worth listening to long before you give them the opportunity to buy something from you that might be more expensive, more of an investment, more robust. Who didn't see any of my content? What made you buy? Yes.
Your energy, the ad had a great energy about it. Yeah, maybe it had something different, but it absolutely aligned with what my focus is for focus.
Yeah, amazing. We're hearing that word energy again. We're conveying. I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to sell. I'm trying to show you who I am. And if that is attractive to you, you will book it. It's as simple as that. We don't ever need to sell, guys. We need to show. Yeah? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Anyone else who didn't? Yes?
Your humour.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
It's awkward when you say this because then the humour might stop. I might run out of gags. It'd be a laugh. Yeah, it's like a cheap Michael McIntyre with the hair. Has anyone seen Michael McIntyre live?
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. I laughed so hard. I cried. I had like another minute. It was amazing. But when I go to events like that, I look at these people and you've got to realise, yes, they're comedians, but they are performers, they're entrepreneurs, they're selling tickets, they're marketing, they're leading with value in their little clips, they're promoting when they're on the shows, on the quiz shows. You look at people, anyone, you think, oh, they're big superstars. No one put these people there. They had the ambition, the dream, and they had a process, and we've got to take full responsibility for marketing ourselves, yeah? Mm-hmm. So what I'm trying to show here is how amazing that the power of an ad, just an ad and a sales page can get someone to take a full day out of their life and come to an event. How do you do that? For those of you who needed a little bit more convincing, you might have seen some videos, some clips, some little things from the event. And I think on the sales page, there is a video, like a show reel of the event. And that's where you're seeing maybe some of the humour, some of the jokes. I got opened with about the white shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
You were comparing yourself to Tony Robbins.
Yeah. Oh no, so if Tony Robbins and Ellen DeGeneres had a kid,
Yeah, I love that.
these are powerful. We need them, but they can't be naff. They've got to be outstanding. Someone needs to print it off and lock the door and take it in the bath with them. If it doesn't meet that criteria, don't launch it. You're going to waste your time, effort and money. Make something that you would let somebody pay you for. I want to talk to you today about using either ads or just social media and posting, or, imagine this, real life in person, actually showing up and letting people meet you. Like when you were looking at the event and then you said, oh, so who are you? What do you do? And I said, oh, I'm Lisa. I run these events called Dare to Grow. And she went, oh, yeah. Let them feel you. You can actually do it in person as well. People don't think it's scalable, but it's hugely scalable, because in business sometimes you have to do what doesn't feel scalable to actually have an impact, okay? So this is a talk I did in December last year. I brought my little camera, that one there. It's a HD camera, this one's 4K. I'm so excited about this. I don't even know if it's recording, but I like the look of it. And I set it up at the back, and actually, do you see how blurry this is? It was actually that blurry, the footage isn't that great, and I just positioned it behind these people, but don't I look proper legit?
Yeah.
That's why I did it. For me, I thought, what an opportunity. Guess how much I got paid for the event? This is the best bit.
Nothing.
That's correct. I said, absolutely. So I've got a couple more opportunities this year. One to speak on a stage in front of 1,000 people, one in front of 200. They said, what are your fees? I said, there are no fees. I know that's crazy. I recognise the win-win. Can I film it? Can I leverage it? Lisa, please, where do we sign? Because if I can speak in front of a room of 100 people, 500 people, film it, get the clips, share them on social media, that is way more powerful than a £1,000, £500, we're going to pay for your lunch or whatever. Plus, the credit that it puts in the bank with those people who get to bring you in as the speaker, it's insane. It's worth it. So this is a longer term vision on growing a business. It's not about what can I get today and how can I be compensated for my time and that client's already had what they need. No, generosity, generosity, generosity. Make sense? The only reason the quality is any good is because of the mic. And that is one of the best investments I made, this £99 mic, because people will watch grainy footage. They will not listen to poor audio. So invest in a mic. It doesn't matter how grainy it is. Look at that. People watched it. That's on my website if anyone wants to watch that talk. It's about the straight line through to the result that you want. You'll probably see it on ads. Yes, hello.
Can I just say as well, I watched that and
Oh.
it was a really good length of content as well to watch. It was actually really insightful and really educational to watch.
Thank God.
As I say, because of the length of time, and it kind of showed what the workshops were going to be about and
Yep.
the kind of things that you're going to teach. It wasn't an advert, it
Yep.
was more like an insight.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
that's-
Love that. Thank you. Right, guys, are you seeing it? Like, this is what I wanted for today, for you to hear it, but to feel it and to see it. And remember I said we buy, or how we buy is how we'll sell. So what will you take from that? Like, what will you do? Now, I've been speaking for a long time, and I'm better at it now than I was 10 years ago, because I've seen clips of me from 10 years ago. But I would also say that it's a gift from God, that when I was put on this planet, God said to me, ye be a speaker unto the people on marketing and Facebook ads. I don't even sell Facebook ads course, guys, by the way. I leverage it. I do teach it, but I leverage it so much. And I said, yes, I shall do that. And I was given the gift of being able to speak. All of you in this room have a gift. The gift that I was given was the gift of being able to speak and share ideas and share stories. And I grew up, I'm a military kid. My dad was in the army his whole life. He took us to Germany, to Canada. I've been all over the world. It's a privilege. And I don't think I realised this probably until the last 3 or 4 years. My parents are hilarious. They are entertainers. They're funny. They're charming. And my mum is just as, funny, charming, whatever. And I look and I think, oh, Lisa, you learnt it. You learnt it. But you've got to realise that these are USPs, they are unfair advantages. For me to go, oh, maybe I have some humour, maybe I can project to the back of a room, maybe I've got some stuff to share, but it's not fair to use it, so I will not use it and I will do something else to advertise my business, would be crackers. You've all got a gift and it's right under your nose. So in the ideas section or the notes, ask the question, what is my gift? What am I good at? What is God given or universe given or whatever? And it might not be that. You might not have been born with it. You might have learnt it from your parents. And there's an aspect where you could say, oh, moving every 2 years, I went to military boarding school, there's all sorts of stuff you could say, wasn't that hard? Yeah, but I'm great at meeting new people. Flip every story and use it for your mission, yeah?